Wow.
Why are we Wikitingabiri and praise are looking? What?
What's up, FOS? You see the twist after even esto. Guys, people like to buy a square box for their cars. It's the same thing for a car. It's not a big deal to say that the flat headlight car is square box, and the space of the square box is quite large. It's always the first car of long-term residence. So today, in the video of Hanjin Seo, I'll show you a new flat headlight car. I'll also show you a new car factory experience. A new car brand, Wanaka car. Today, in the factory production car workshop of Wanaka, you can see the production process of a flat headlight car and its engineering details. More importantly, this is a flat headlight car. I usually recommend you to try it out. After I came to the factory, I was shocked by the fact that there is a huge professional test site next to the factory production car workshop. And today, I'm going to shoot a test car. This is also the first test car of their series, which they have put on the plate. We can drive the car and have more dynamic test shooting experience. And have you found that the video today is different from the previous one? Why do we have to go through this car? The quick review of the car is to let you experience it first. This is the outside of the car. The inside is designed like this. The video is definitely longer. According to my usual style of talking about cars, it will definitely be more talkative. So if you don't have time to watch it now, it's okay. Friends, you can like it and collect it. If you have time, experience it slowly. Okay, let's get to the point. Looking at the car from the outside, you can feel the obvious difference in the atmosphere and temperament. In the past, we saw in the video that most of the car on the road may be white, but this car is all metal gray. In addition, the front bar at the bottom, the top bar at the top of the head, and the night light of the 4x. So this car, you can say that it is more like the night light, more unique in style. Anyway, there is no such thing as the green card car you saw before. It's not the same. This is the car of the Wanaka car, the Pro series of the car. Speaking of the heavy-duty car, it may be a more popular bottom plate in the green card car protection circle for nearly half a year, but although it is called this name, the bottom plate is really not the same as the Pro series, and it is the same as the Pro series, which should be called the HOWO. What's the difference between these two bottom plates, except for some detailed decorations? The front lights are not the same. The rest are exactly the same. The same is true for the 2.5T heavy-duty engine, 125,000 watts of power, plus 170 horsepower, 500 Newton-meters of windage. So, including the 817's transmission. You see, the side is actually the Pro series, and the other side is the HOWO Pro. However, the HOWO Pro has the metal gray front end car. So, this is different from the small differences of the Tanchoe, which is the metal gray car, which creates the unique appearance of this car. Another important point in the bottom plate is its center of gravity, because we usually talk about the green card car protection circle, which is a big space with a large water and electricity. You can feel the big space of the square box from the outside. How does the center of gravity show? The HOWO Pro and the Tanchoe Pro, their bottom plate can reach 7.36 tons. The whole back of this car is full of water and oil, which is not the whole back. I just asked the staff. It weighs only 5.8 tons, which means you still have a lot of room to put it on. So this is the second advantage of the bottom plate of the flat green card. Next, let's talk about this car. I am shocked by its appearance. First, it is not more than 6 meters long, and it is on the blue plate. Normal cars can be driven by C2. The width is 2.45 meters, which is not unique. It's almost at its height. The total height of this car is 3.39 meters. When I stood in front of its car for the first time, I felt its pressure, which is not inferior to a heavy car. So the interior space of this car can give you more experience. The exterior configuration is like a badminton, with water and power outlet. These are the regular configurations. The difference is in the setting of its storage space. Because you have already seen in the camera just now, it is equipped with a rear U-shaped car seat layout. So the storage space outside the car is relatively smaller than the storage space of the cabin, but it still has a small storage space. The storage space on the right side of the car is larger, and the storage space on the left side is smaller. So the storage space is closely connected with your layout. How to make up for the short version of the storage space outside the car? Let's look at the backside. At present, this car is equipped with a row of 3-in-1 external storage bags at the end of the car. If the storage space on the front side is not enough for your use, you can add this kind of external storage plan. In fact, there are many unique technologies outside the car. You can't see it in the state of the car. This is why we came to the factory. Next to it is the production room. Let's go and see what the car with the same Wanaka car is like without the complete installation. Now, we are on the flow line of the Wanaka car. Look at this one. The condition of each bottom plate is different. Let's look at the right side of the camera. This is the original bottom plate state. Look at this. This is the original bottom plate of the car we just saw. It has no anti-fog. Then step by step forward. Then go back to install the rear frame, install the floor, and install the upper frame. And friends, through the process of the operation of each car flow line, you will find that the installation of the Wanaka card is from the process of from the bottom to the top, from the inside to the outside. After completing the internal various furniture, cables, and board, and the installation of the cabinet, it will finally be installed to the overall exterior panel. Such an installation process. Of course, in this work, what I want to show you today is the secondary frame that we can't see at all. First of all, let's talk about the role of the secondary frame. It connects the entire upper part of the car. You can understand it as a key link between the entire house and the car bottom plate. It will transfer the weight of the molding on the roof evenly to the bottom plate through the secondary frame. So the secondary frame is equivalent to the important meaning of the house floor in the car. And this is the function of the secondary frame. Then look at the Wanaka's secondary frame. The material is very unique. It uses a 7-piece steel. The material of the Wanaka secondary frame is a 7-piece steel with a capacity of more than 700 megawatts. The steel used for the bottom plate of the commercial car is a 6-piece steel with a 6-piece head. So the degree of resistance to the car's pull and the degree of durability is higher than the level of the bottom plate of the original car. Including the durability value, in this respect, you can see the degree of solidity of the material. Such a material is used to maintain the stability and durability of the car. I learned from the Wanaka engineers that the load capacity of their secondary frame is equivalent to 10 tons. Even more than 10 tons, if you know the weight of the car. The whole car is about 5.5 tons. The bottom plate is 2 tons. So you can understand that the whole house should be about 3 tons. But if you use 10 tons to simulate the load capacity of the car, you will know that the degree of durability is still very high. Of course, the material application of the car is a very complicated study. There will be different blocks and different materials. The simple layout and the real view are also to make it easier for everyone to understand the material and settings of this car. Of course, you will see that there will be a lot of sections in the whole car. The long 6-piece control section in the middle is for installing the water tank and battery of the car, because these are the 2 most important things in the bottom plate. Once it is full of water and electricity, the weight is very big. So why put the water tank in the middle? It's also to make the whole car more balanced. And the water tank is in the middle, on the side, at the heat insulation board. After the internal heating and ventilation, it achieves the double-layer ground floor. If it is in the winter low temperature, it will give the water tank battery a better heat insulation effect. In fact, the car is not visible in the car-resistant product state. Through the intuitive lens display, I think it will give you a better understanding of the process of installing the car. Another interesting thing I think is that when we just saw the car, will Wanaka have a waistline setting that penetrates through the whole body? You will find that the color of the waistline is the same as the color of the whole car. The color of the car is not just for looking good. The whole surface is made of spray powder in order to achieve the anti-corrosion, durability, anti-corrosion, and anti-sweat of the whole car. The waistline on the side just corresponds to the overall color of the car. So this setting is still very good. Next, did you see it? The floor is installed. Various large accessories on the car have been installed. Air conditioning and the water tank just mentioned. Now the floor is covered with water tank. Did you see it? The water tank also provides you with a clear cut and repair port. There will be a small warehouse door lid on it in the future. Then look at the details. Friends, the thickness of the floor is very touching. The structure of the floor is similar to that of the wall. These 3-dimensional structures are multi-layer. Did you see the interior? Here should be the temperature material of XPS. The floor is also a very important part of the temperature. We usually look at the temperature of the car. Not only do we have to look at the wall, but also the floor. The installation of this car will be more intuitive. The entire internal frame has been completed on the floor, including the installation of electric cable furniture. So this position should be the most complicated one. The same multifunctional work position. This is the entire wall floor of Wanaka. You can understand it as the workshop of the furniture. This is the side wall. The thickness of the side wall is not as thick as the floor, but it is also multi-layer and is in a three-dimensional structure. The outer layer is the aluminum board. The head is the structure of the FRP glass steel. So the wall floor forehead can be understood as a combination of different materials. Through the surface of the door, we can see the structure of the outer wall. The outer layer is the aluminum board. The thin white layer inside is the bridge layer. The blue layer in the middle is the temperature layer. In the blue temperature layer, there is aluminum and aluminum alloy. Then there is the bridge layer. Because the heat dissipation of the metal is very strong, there should be a double layer bridge layer to make it warm. And then the inner layer is the interior layer. So friends will find that the outer wall structure of the FRP glass steel is not the same as the structure of the floor. The structure of the glass steel in the head is also different. So the car is a complex combination of materials. In the end, the materials at the top and bottom of the different sides will be realized through aluminum alloy to make a comprehensive combination. In addition to the foil paint or the puller, it forms a complete exterior decoration of the car. So this is a simple introduction of the material. You will find that if you want to understand the characteristics of the materials used in different angles and different places in each brand, it is a very long and requires a lot of learning and time cost. This kind of secret is not necessarily to let everyone know the unique characteristics of each material. To be honest, I may not necessarily know how to use these materials, their unique characteristics, but it is mainly to show you the real installation scenes of the car and the real material hero to let everyone know the process of design and production of this car. At least I know how this car was made. There are two ways to choose the layout of the car. The first is the top of the tail-shaped U-shaped seat that you can see in the camera. The other is the more classic way of tail-shaped horizontal bed. Today, I will mainly show you the layout of this car U-shaped seat. Its feature is that the space in the car is open from the tail to the head. A large space and transparent interleaving choice is also one of the ways that is preferred by young people. At first, I will give you the basic data of the car as a reference. The height of the interior of the car is up to 2.16 meters. The length of the is up to 2.1 meters. The width can reach 1.32 meters. The length of the passenger seat is 2.23 meters. The width has reached 1.2 meters. In terms of water and electricity, STNDRD 4OL water tank and 16OL water tank. The toilet can be used according to the personal choice, or a fixed large water tank. The electric equipment is equipped with 24 volts power system, 14.3 degree Li battery, to 380W solar panel on the top, and 500W reverse generator. Before we go into the details of the design configuration, I will add a little bit to the story of the car brand. Its founder, Mr. Liu Jun. He is also a network of car self-media experts. He was called Man to Father before he founded Wanaka. He was also a car owner. You will find that there are so many brand founders in the car industry because they bought the car and played with it. They think that the car has some shortcomings. What should they do? They can optimize themselves and upgrade themselves. They created a car brand. So, in terms of many details, you will find that its use logic is more appropriate. So let's expand a little bit. Let's see if the car owner can change it into the setting of the founder of the car factory. Is it so useful? Let's look at the whole design of the tail. Because the front of the car is quite different from the two of the previous models. The main difference is in the middle and the back, especially the condition of the tail of the living area. Because the other layout is a fixed horizontal bed at the end of the car, maybe more long-term residents, such as the couple, will choose a fixed horizontal bed, and relatively younger groups may choose the current U-shaped seats. For more diversified anti-theft use scenarios, the total number of people in the car with the U-shaped seats is 5. The other layout is a horizontal bed with 6 people in the car. Just like what I just said, how to highlight the spatiality is the U-shaped seats, because you can sit at the very end of the car and see the front of the bed at a glance. The whole car is equipped with the walls around the whole car. The middle passage area is released for it. So the biggest release is the interior space of the light car. The U-shaped seats are known to be a big sofa in the environment. This position is entrusted to the living, dining, social office, and various scenes in the car. The middle is a small table with a square electric lift. Of course, this is a selection. You can even add a variety of movable high-heeled bench in front. Then you can form a 4-person face-to-face space. What can you do in this space? Then you don't have to expand it more, because the sleeping area in the back is on the upper body, even if you want to take a break temporarily in the car. The space at the end can also support you to simply squat here. There's no problem with the space. There are push-in windows on both sides, but in my personal opinion, if you can open another window at the end, will it look more transparent and bright? If it's not an electric lift table, I think it's enough to use as a mobile lift table. Of course, it's more important to look at the upper lift bed. What are the advantages of this way of walking? Your bedding can be completely fixed on the lift bed. The small items on the table on the desk below can be left alone. You don't have to clean up or do anything on the cart. You don't have to frequently clean up the bed, take things and move things. This is the process of the annoyance. Let's put the bed down first. Double channel electric lift bed. It will slowly descend. In this section, there will be different lift beds. You see, the current lift bed is just stuck on the upper edge of our seat sofa. The latest generation of lift version can put the whole lift bed completely on the seat sofa. You will find that this bed is lower. It's more convenient to put it on the lower side if you want to put the bed lower, or even want to add a window. Like I just said, it will actually compress the size of the bed more, especially its width. Because the current bed is more than 1.3 meters, it should be reduced to less than 1.2 meters. Then you can put it lower. Even the happy windows are all fine. Then it's also because of the setting of the lift bed, so you can lift the lift bed at the height you want to lift. For example, I am now at this height. Can I also achieve a normal lift bed? At the bottom, someone is resting on the upper side, so the flexibility of the tail space is still more diversified. The upper side also has some simple storage for the upper rest area, and the switch control, charging, and so on. When we were talking about the outside of the car, we have already said that because the USB card seat will occupy the space in the car, so there is no way to achieve a larger size and a passage-like storage space outside the car. So Mr. Liu remembered this. He thought that the layout of this storage is short. Then, I will try my best to release various storage spaces in the car. So friends, I think the storage space inside the car is very exaggerated. Come on, let's first take a look. You can put things anywhere in the car. In the front of the USB card seat, you can see the huge wardrobe on the upper side, and its body is very deep. Friends, my whole arm should go in. At the bottom, there is a large storage drawer. Look down again. It's also a huge storage space. And because the height inside the car is very high, up to 2.16 meters. So, you will find that the upper shelf is higher than the interior size of the car we often see. As much as possible, all of them will release the storage space for you, so you can put things inside the car. If you used to people as the main people in life, well, there are really a lot of places where you can put things. So I think this car storage is not a detail that can make you too anxious. Come on, let's take a look at the kitchen counter inside the car. Just mentioned its overall length. It does support you if you want to cook inside the car, including even putting some small storage space. If it's a small house, there's enough space. Did you see it down the stairs? The water system of this car also has a dual-way filter system, and it's standard. What's the big white box next to it? This is the electric water heater of this car, because it has two heating systems. The heating system is provided by the electric heater. The other one is a single 5,000-watt heating system. The electric water heater is actually quite useful in the car. It's more stable than the heating system, compared to the speed of the water and the heating system, because I've felt the water heater before. Especially for women, it takes longer to heat the water. The electric water heater is more convenient compared to the heating system. Speaking of the heater, the air conditioning is very unique. This car is equipped with a Xiaomi 1.5P home air conditioner, and it's a wine-tilted machine. The advantage of the wine-tilted machine is that the setting is like the central air conditioner we usually see. Its beauty and the integrated property of the installation is much bigger than the regular one. It does look much better. The wine-tilted machine should be better for the smart effect. Next, let's look at the kitchen area that has just been broken. The kitchen area's cooking panel is also more particular for light car users. Because they live in the car for a long time, cooking is an important detail. First, the size of the basin is very wide. See? Next to it is a small board of the combination. The front is a large power-saving lower row. It's a gas-powered power-saving machine. I think the power of this power-saving machine can be measured by the size. What's interesting is that there is no electric stove on the table. There is no gas stove. It's just a control panel. You can choose the configuration according to your needs. You can use it if you want to put the electric stove in a moving position. You can also put the 7-star stove or the card tube stove here. Instead of being in the kitchen, I don't say that anything is not suitable. You can choose what you want to use. Just touch it. Next to it is a small microwave oven. It's very suitable for this height. It's not too high. It's very convenient to take it. It also has a double-layer kitchen drawer. Then, let's switch the lens. Let's take a look at the larger refrigerator in this car. To 3-wall home refrigerator. This refrigerator is 220 volts. The ability and capacity of its food storage are quite amazing. There should be number to 3-wall refrigerator in my house. But there must be someone asking here. Your home use 220 volts. Will there be a power consumption anxiety? Because once you start the refrigerator, the ground-to-ground generator inside your car needs to be turned on. You can't cut the power. Once the power is cut, the refrigerator loses its energy supply. It is a bit different from its normal 48 volts and 12 volts refrigerators. In this regard, friends, you can be relatively more reliable. Because this car is equipped with 14.3 degrees, if you don't think it's big enough, it can be installed to 28.6 degrees. It can be doubled. The most important thing is that the solar panel on its head is flat, 2360W. The power generation efficiency under good light conditions is very touching. I guess it's no problem to have up to 7 to 8 degrees of electricity in a day. So the power consumption of home refrigerator and home air conditioner, compared to the special air conditioner on the car, and the power consumption of the home refrigerator may be relatively lower. So there is no need for too much anxiety on the power consumption of this point. Speaking of the refrigerator, at the same time, let's take a look at its good big washing machine. It is currently equipped with a small 10 kilograms washing machine. The standard is 8 kilograms. If you need it, you can think of a bigger 10 kilograms washing machine. The upper side is a very large operating table. This position can be placed in a coffee machine. Place a cooking machine, or various appliances you want to use. I've reserved 200-degree slots for you. The upper side also has this storage space. Then it's the main passenger door. You will find that it is true that because of the double floor, because of the height of the whole car, because of the car rearing price, it does make the height of the whole car. The size is still relatively high, especially in daily driving use. You will find that the two stairs are different. How to avoid safety issues? If I have a pet or an old friend, come and look here, especially when you are in the car. Do you understand? There is an expansion platform in the entrance. When we are in the car, okay, I will open this platform. Then the gap in the step can be covered by this expansion platform. So this is also a small consideration in terms of safety details. Then there should be a double-layer shoe cabinet in the entrance. After turning around, we can see the space in front of the whole car. The main door in the car only has a very large size outside. One door is enough. So the overall interior space is used for you to use the toilet or to shower. Under the influence of no toilet, you will find that the interior space is used to wash the toilet. You can be very bold and very cool. Next to it, there is a backlight and heated anti-vibration mirror. The upper part is very interesting. This is a more divided storage space. Then there are small windows and more storage. Okay, this is the overall toilet setting. After coming out, I found that it was really a big and small room. The storage inside the car is really rich. Look at the upper side of the shoe cabinet. It also has a double-layer storage drawer. Then look at the operation. Look at this. There are a lot of storage spaces on the top of the main control panel. The control method uses the general control of Wanaka's independent development, the physical buttons of the touchscreen mode. Next to it is the power indicator driver inside the car, and it has a 4-way monitor. Then look at the front of the bed. There is a more interesting setting. It's the way to get to bed. This is also a different layout of Wanaka. The same design is applied to the version of the car. This small mechanism is opened. 123. Pull it. This is the privacy of driving and living. How to get to bed? The hidden step is the step. Let's fix the little mechanism on this side. Okay, come on. The step on the bed is put down. Look, I'm turning around now. There is no need to say more about the upper bed, especially when you get off the bed. You are older, there are wider steps. I think this application is more practical. If you need to even cross the bed, you can add such a step. Let's take a look at the front of the bed. You will find that the size of the bed is not big. Its internal height should be more than 80. So the space of the bed is actually fine. But why is the width of the bed not enough? Because it's still storage. I'll open the internal storage cabinet for him. You'll know. Because the whole forehead front side is a one-shaped design. A three-point structure. So in order to achieve more storage space, I made a front cabinet for you. Also use the forehead front side one-shaped shape. But if you need to think about a bigger size of your bed, you can cancel this storage cabinet. Its width can reach 1.3 meters. You can achieve a living and practical use up to people. Just like the tail bed. A bed has an independent air conditioning outlet. It also has an independent plug-in switch and control. So in fact, in this state, you can understand that the bed is a more privacy-friendly, a wider single bed. If you go out with 3 people, the tail bed can be enough for 2 people to live. Even the lower seat can be used as a bed. I didn't mention it just now. 3 people have 3 independent beds. It's still comfortable to use. But in fact, friends, generally, we are in contact with the long-term housing owner. More people will use the bed as his storage space. Because it climbs up and down every day, even if you have such a taboo setting. Relatively, it's not that direct and convenient. So you can treat the bed as your storage space. That's why the classic layout of horizontal beds. There will be a lot of cars with a big reason to choose. Okay, friends, the 7788 in the rear view is almost the same. Then we came to the driving room to talk about your most concern. How is the driving experience and driving feeling? In the future, the style of the whole driving style of the HOWO Pro is in the truck. I think it's very comfortable. Friends, you look at that. 12.3-inch large screen. It even comes with a factory-made ambient light, including the whole front light group. It looks very cool. I didn't even imagine that the truck could be so exquisite now. If you need it, you can even choose a full night view. Of course, the air conditioning at the bottom keeps the physical switches for you. I think this is still pretty good. Then look at the steering wheel here. The front has a fixed speed cruise. The bottom has an auto-hold electronic handbrake. Basically, including this plain bar, it's very modern. This is more modern than the card-free products we shot a few years ago. It's really going to be a lot of use. Also, let's look up and choose the driver's seat, the 4-way monitor, and the 6-meter rear mirror. I think it's still recommended for everyone to choose. And this car has 2 speakers. One is a standard normal speaker. The upper one also has a guest speaker. There's something very important. The driver is a driver. The first test drive, you'll feel like it's a lot of fun. It will follow the cars up and down, up and down. But these things are on the surface. It's not that important. The core thing is the most important thing is its driving. This car, I drove it. Compare it to the previous few years or the previous year. All kinds of base plates for light card cars. The HOWO Pro, including the Tangshan Pro, is already very good. A lot of its details have been upgraded. I summed it up. Light car driving is the same as the usual. The car has 4 main differences: car noise, seat, and direction. First of all, because it's a truck, it's a gas. The response speed of its start and brake is not as fast as our car. This is also because of the heavier car and light card. He needs a truck like this. So the truck must learn to adapt to the logic of the truck. The second point is in his noise. No matter how the base plate is upgraded, no matter how the NWH is optimized, his noise must be more obvious than the usual soundproofing. Because the engine is right below the driver, its direct transmission will be more obvious, including the wind noise of this car. The soundproofing of the car with a better and more regular flow line will be more obvious. We said the brakes said the noise. Let's look at the seat next. You see, the seat of the truck is always vertical. The angle of the entire driver's seat is more flat, including the steering wheel. The steering wheel of the truck is already relatively well adjusted. Compared to the previous light card, it is completely in the direction, including its overall vision. So driving light card trucks is not like driving a small car. It's a very relaxed collapsed state. And it's a vertical state. In fact, this kind of vertical state I don't think is a disadvantage. Instead, it can be more upright. It will make us have a more sober driving state. The fourth point is the direction. The steering wheel of the HOWO Pro and HOWO Pro is relatively light now, but as long as it's a truck, it will have a certain virtual touch. You see, even if I don't start this steering wheel now, it's shaking. So, when you drive it in a curve, you will feel that the direction is like a circle. It's bigger than the previous car. I feel that its steering wheel needs to be held harder. In some bumpy roads, maybe it will have a slight shake. This is the feature of the bottom plate of the truck. So, when you drive a light car truck, these are the 4 major versions I just mentioned. It must be worth experiencing. This time, I can accept it. I can try it. The light car truck can play well. Let's talk about the feeling of driving for half an hour. The various roads, the bumpy roads, including the curve, high speed, low speed. I've tried it. First of all, the 2.5 trillion power is enough for this car, especially the upgraded 8IT gearbox. Its shift ratio is much smoother than the previous AMT. So I think the TLB of this car is more intuitive than its power plate. And the main advantage of light car trucks is its large torque, because it was born to be heavy. It was made to pull goods. How much weight does the truck have? More than 3 tons. So for the bottom plate, it's not a big problem. Just a small piece of cake. Of course, the bottom plate has a lot of details. But back to that question. Light car trucks still have to try it by themselves. Step on it. It's really not the same logic as driving a small car. These are 2 types of vehicles. The driving logic of your previous small car can't be compared to the logic of the truck. I've been talking for a long time. It's finally time to talk about its price. The official price of the HOWO Pro is 379,800 yuan. The car I'm showing you today, and the configuration of their test cars, it's about 420,000 to 430,000 yuan. With all this cost, it should be in a state of 40 million yuan. Wanaka has been positioning a product positioning of a medium high-end car on the bottom of the light car. They have always been labeled as standard and high-end. So in the standard state, many of these settings are actually enough. If you want to know more about the details. Okay. They also give you a variety of options. Can ensure that you drive a light car truck in the long distance travel. There is also a more comfortable truck experience. Today, through the detailed explanation, the materials, and the communication with Mr. Liu Junliu, and more Wanaka car, can find out. A team that has played and experienced the truck. Develop a truck. In the function setting, and the details. There will still be something different from the truck circle. Unique. One-time consumption. Also to ensure. Choose this brand. The truck of the product can have a more comfortable truck experience. And you don't need to counterattack. No need to add. After I choose it once, I can have it. No worry about the truck experience. That experience. With this brand confidence, it comes from the experience of the truck. Play it and use the truck. We'll know what kind of thing should be used, worth to use, what kind of configuration is more reasonable, what kind of design is better. So, this is the unique thing about the Wanaka truck. Speaking of the last friends, HOWO Pro. Have a chance, still have to feel it offline. Whether it's a truck show or a factory, really. Just like what I said at the beginning. When you really stand in front of the HOWO Pro, we'll find out. Oh my god, this is really a source. HOWO.